Hey guys, John Jim here. This is episode 8 of Superhero Spotlight, and this one's going to be a real fun one because it delves into probably one of the better comic series that is characters that is out right now, and that is the Invincible Iron Man. His comic series right now is just incredible. It's won an Eisner Award. In case you guys don't know, Eisner Award is awarded to one of the best script writing in a book. It's a fantastic read. I suggest you pick up Invincible Iron Man and trades. Matt Fraction is doing an incredible job on Invincible Iron Man right now. Just to delve into a little history with Iron Man real quick. Iron Man basically is a superhero that was kind of sort of brought by accident, much like Spider-Man. He is an inventor. He's wealthy, rich, incredibly handsome, basically a ladies' man, basically, and a playboy, basically. But an accident happened during a war sequence. He was in a battle during one of his demonstrations. He got injured. A piece of shrapnel fell into his, or plunged into near his heart. He had to wear a pacemaker, and thus with that pacemaker, it powered up an iron suit, which he dubbed Iron Man. It's an incredible thing. He's has many different abilities, including flight, using his palms for a repulsor ray. His chest plate also energizes into a unibeam, different types of energies. He scans all kinds of different frequencies. It's just incredible suit. He also just has various different suits for stealth. The War Machine armor, which is incredibly popular by a lot of fans, which is actually suited by a friend of his by the name of Rhodey. And he's also one of the founding Avengers. So he's basically, in the Marvel universe, he's basically equivalent to Batman, where he has the money, the status, and everything like that to fund a superhero team. But he's not a detective type like Batman, but he certainly has the funds, the charisma, everything else that Batman has. So let's get back into the superhero spotlight. One of the things that has been very controversial with Iron Man is, and it just dates it back a little bit, is as with a recent event, and that is Civil War. A lot of people hate Iron Man because of what happened in Civil War. He basically turned on Captain America. And a lot of people hate him for that. Captain America was someone he looked up to. But he decided to go with the government and go with the Superhuman Registration Act. Partly because he felt a little bit responsible, and partly because a lot of people think that he just wanted more power. This has caused a lot of conflict with a lot of superheroes in the Marvel universe. A lot of people dislike him, including Spider-Man. Obviously, the new Avengers didn't like him. But there's other major character that was actually one of his closest friends and one of the founding Avengers, is that in Thor. When he first met up with Thor back in Thor number 3, Thor found out that Tony Stark had actually cloned him for Civil War. Thor did not like that. They battled, and Thor won in a landslide. And that's basically it. So Thor has not been talking to Iron Man at all. So he's not well liked right now in the Marvel universe. He's being hunted right now by Norman Osborn and Hammer, which is basically the equivalent to S.H.I.E.L.D. So things are kind of rough for Iron Man right now. There is really not much good going for him right now. There are rumors that he might die uh, in a future series, in a future run. It might be very, very close to that happening because things are not looking very good. He's on the run from Hammer right now. But the good things what's going on with Iron Man though is that he's had a fantastic run with animated series in the comic books right now, and especially movies. As many of you may or may not know, the first Iron Man movie came out a couple years ago. Fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend you see it. Was a acclaimed hit. Fantastic, and they are in the mix of another movie, Iron Man 2, which is supposed to be a setup to the Avengers movie that's going to come out pretty soon after a couple more movies come out. And it's gonna be great because a lot of the people who have played other characters are returning, but there's a couple new characters, including Scarlett Johansson, who's going to be the Black Widow. I'm actually kind of happy about that because I really like looking at Scarlett Johansson. But yeah, I mean, Iron Man as a character, he's really very interesting. One of the things that I want to point out here too is that he's one of the first superheroes that actually deals with the real life problem, and that's alcoholism. In the early part of Iron Man's career as a superhero, he had to deal with alcohol. He was alcoholic. And I thought that was a very, very cool thing that Marvel decided to put that in there, that he was an alcoholic, that he had to struggle with that. It made him seem more human, more people identified with him, and I just thought that was a great idea. Having Iron Man be an alcoholic in his early career. Of course, he's gone sober, and he's dealing with that day in and day out. So I think that's very, very cool. So make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, and for the next Superhero Spotlight, we deal with everyone's favorite knucklehead, the X-Man known as Wolverine. This one's going to be fun, so stay tuned.